Every superfan dreams of having that ultimate collectible. Well, we're about to make those dreams come true. This is Superfan Builds.
I'm Tim Baker. I've been a master builder and prop maker in film and television for 25 years. If you can dream it, we can build it. There's nothing my crew and I can't make at Tim Baker Creations.
Okay, Tim, this week's Superfan is Michael Coleman. He's been nominated by his wife, Karen, and he apparently is a huge fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. So let's watch their video.
Hey, Superfan Builds, I am nominating my husband, Mike, who is a huge Guardians of the Galaxy fan. He took our son, Patrick, to see it, and now Patty loves it, too.
I am Groot.
For our Guardians of the Galaxy superfans, we're building a Groot swing set. We've got the basic models and the toys that they've come out with, so we've got something that we can go off design-wise and stay pretty close to their film design. The head can be cast as a separate piece, and the body can be welded up so it's really secure. For this project, I thought it would be really helpful to make a maquette. That way I can give the model to the welder, and the welder can use it to get all the angles and all the sizes right.
We can make the base right here out of 2x2 eighth wall. All this right here, we'll make all this out of 1.5 inch schedule 40, which also gives us an eighth wall.
To bend and shape the steel for Groot's body, we're using a hydraulic angle roller.
Since it's a fan build for a kid, not a problem with the weight factor.
Well, we get an adult on there, it's just gonna flex a little bit more, right? It's still not gonna, it's not gonna
It will
snap.
flex, but it will come back. It will not break.
Be starting the head sculpture for Groot using a urethane foam. It's very lightweight and very quick to sculpt with. I'm using a curry comb, but it just tears through this foam. I use it for kind of roughing out, and then I switch over to wire tools to carve and kind of get his facial features lined up at where I'm going to carve them in. At this point, we've got his basic shape down, and another hour or so of carving, and he'll be starting to take form. The Groot head sculpt is just about done. I'm trying to add some expression to bring it to life a little bit, so we're trying to match the happy Groot expression, and it's just a few frames in the film. I think it'd be a lot better for the kids with a swing set if it's not scowling at them. Well, I've been working on the head for Groot for about 4 or 5 hours now, and then we're going to prep him and make a silicone mold. That way we can cast it in fiberglass, and it'll be very durable. It'll last outside for a long time. With the Groot framework back from the welder, we can start adding styrofoam or bead foam to the frame. So we're going to take styrofoam and we'll hollow out where the pipe's going to be and then glue it together with a foam adhesive and fill out the whole bulk of the sculpture that way, and then we can sculpt Groot from that. With the body of the Groot framework roughed out in styrofoam, we can use a hot wire to refine Groot's shape. That heated wire cuts through the styrofoam like a hot knife through butter. Usually start this with hot wires, and then we'll move on to rasps and curry combs and anything else really that will start removing this material quickly. I've already coated the Groot head with silicone, so it's going to need something to hold its shape when we make the cast on the inside. So it's called a mother mold. We're going to be using plaster bandage, and we'll be folding it over and making one side at a time. That way, when both sides are made, we'll be able to pop it off. All right, the mother mold's dry, and we're going to try and crack it open. There we go. If you go too fast, you're going to crack it right in half. There we go. Perfect. Now we're gonna cut the silicone mold in half and then peel that off the piece. Now we've got a perfect mold of the piece. We can duplicate it as many times as we want. It's a perfect duplicate, ready to go on the body.
Groot is really taking form, and the plates are very kind of woody, like driftwood. The different densities in the foam is really awesome. It's like this yellow foam, you can get such nice detail. I really like how you can do undercuts and really get a wood grain texture in there. Underneath these little carapace plates, it's really like he's got, vines, wisteria, jungle vines. He's looking beautiful. I really love the texture.
For the Groot swing set, I'm doing the hands out of 1 1/4 inch steel rod. That way they'll be really strong. Instead of using foam, we'll build them up with some epoxy resin.
I'm using a 2-part epoxy. We're using this to make the hands stronger, and it will allow us to add more detail.
Okay, we're at that point now with Groot that we need to start thinking about the lights. We want his hand to light up. In the movie, he produces kind of a firefly light effect. So we want the lights coming out of his palm and kind of running up his arm. So as soon as I get this finished, then we're going to cover this with epoxy putty, do the sculpt, and then install it with the rest of the piece. With the sculpting complete, we can now start the fiberglass process. We'll be covering the sculpture with epoxy-coated fiberglass sheets, giving it the strength we need. Groot is just about done. By the morning, he'll be ready for our superfan.
Michael, we are here because your wife Karen has told us that you are a Guardians of the Galaxy super fan. And your son Patty is now a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy as well.
Do you like Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
Yes.
Make it super much.
Super much? Yeah, okay, that's perfect for this. So, what you don't know is that your wife has enlisted us and Tim Baker from Tim Baker Creations to create a one-of-a-kind Guardians of the Galaxy piece for you.
Okay.
And it is awesome. Are you super excited to go see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go check it out.
Go, go, go.
Patty, you're the only kid in the world who has this. How cool is that?
It's too cool. I can't even talk about it.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use this all day.
Oh, you'll be on it too?
Oh yeah, what do you, yeah. All I'm gonna do is swing on this.
Patty, I'm gonna introduce you to the guy who built this. Hey, Tim. I am very pleased to introduce Tim Baker of Tim Baker Creations. He built this entire thing. So Tim, tell this lovely family how you built this Groot swing.
His face and grin were hand sculpted in foam and then cast in urethane. Each wood panel on Groot's body was hand carved to look like pieces of driftwood. The vines are actually rope wrapped and threaded throughout the sculpture. And if you look at his hand, he has LED lights to replicate the firefly light effect in the movie.
Wow.
Whoa! I'm more excited than him.
I'm more excited.
No, I'm more excited.
I'm more excited.
And I'm glad I got something to play with Patty with all the time that's related to Guardians.
Patty, can I try the swing?
I just got on.
Oh, he just got on. I'm glad we have some super excited super fans. Tim, thank you so much for the build. If you have a super fan that you want to nominate, contact us at superfanbuild@break.com.
What Matt is doing right now is straightening the sword right up to quench. At this stage, the steel is in the super plastic stage before the crystals decide to form the way they want to.